Oh. Thank you. Good job.
There's the window. The back of my head's freezing. I never think he can hear. You're gonna get your warm if you put your hands on it. No, it's cold. Look, you're cooling down.
Thank you.
No, there's nothing. Maybe they don't meet with that.
Flying up on the hill.
Oh, my. We're close to the sun.
That last windstorm, I thought every guy, I thought I was gonna do it all. I thought, oh my gosh, I could imagine if you went through. Look over and make sure your house is over.
Clock, you guys ready? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call first.
Yeah, Wandering,
Here.
Mike Lossick,
Here.
Tom Dixon,
There.
Jeff Gallagher,
Here.
Tracy Servello.
Here. Okay, before we go into approving the meeting minutes, we're going to give a notice of an emergency meeting held on January 14th at 5 p.m. An executive meeting was held Monday, January 19th, 2026 at 6:15 p.m. until 7 p.m. For employee matters and legal issues. Executive session also on 4 p.m. 5 to 5 p.m. on, what did I say, it was 27th? Yeah, 27th of January. And the special meeting was held on January 29th, 2026 at 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. With that being noted, we're going to move on to C, motion to approve emergency meeting minutes for January 14th.
Aye, Jeff.
Okay.
You want to read it?
Now you want to explain why you want to object?
The objection of the meeting held on January 14th, 2026 was not an emergency. Documentation and pictures turned out showed that surge protector has not been working since 2023.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Well, so, anybody else?
Can we read those minutes?
You can if you want.
I mean, a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Our Vernon Municipal Authority emergency meeting, January 14, 2026 at 5 p.m. Meeting called to order January 14, 2026 at 5 p.m. Pledge of allegiance. Roll call, board members present, Tom Brink, Tom Dixon, Tracy Servello, Jeff Gallagher, and Mike Costa. Employees present, Victoria Nagy. Guest present, Jerry Spade. Public comment, Jerry Spade. Thank you for being able to film. Thank you for attending to the hearing on my behalf and to the judge who drew it out. Emergency business, motion to approve the purchase of surge protector for the plant. Jeff Gallagher makes that motion to turn purchase for surge protector in the amount of $4,540. Tracy Servello seconds, motion, all in favor. Adjournment. Motion to adjourn, Tom Dixon makes the motion to adjourn, Jeff Gallagher seconds, all in favor. We adjourn at 5:04.
Thanks, Jeff. Where are we at? D, motion to approve meeting minutes for January 19th, 2026. So motion to approve those meeting minutes.
Did they be read out loud also?
I'm gonna decline.
We didn't even vote on 14 yet.
You said you didn't want it.
I objected it, but you can turn out and still vote on it.
You guys wanna vote on it? Motion, anybody have a motion to approve it? I haven't heard of the motion to approve it. You
I'll
guys-
make a motion.
You make a motion?
Yep.
Is there a second? Mike Costa, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Tom, you agree with it or no?
Oh,
That meeting on the 14th.
yeah, the information I get, it was emergency,
That's where we was
but I'm
going.
finding things out afterwards now.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, so was I, that's why I'm pretty well the one that says emergency,
I thought it was.
so we didn't get hit harder.
Yeah. So moving on to D, motion of, that carried by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion D, motion to approve meeting minutes for January 19th, 2026. A motion to approve those minutes. That's a regular monthly meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Russ makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All seconds, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Not hearing anybody opposed, motion carries. Motion to approve special meeting minutes for January 29th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve those minutes? Not assuming.
Can you read those?
No, I'm not reading that, that's, I'm like, decline, you guys can try to write the note form if you want, after they're approved.
I'll read it.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Our Vernon Municipal Authority special meeting, January 29, 2026 at 5 p.m. Meeting called to order on January 29th at 5 p.m. and pledge allegiance. Roll call. Members present, Tom Brink, Tom Dixon, Mike Costa, Tracy Servello. Board members not present, Jeff Gallagher. Employees present, Victoria Nagy. Guests present, Jerry Spade, Vision Press, Tim Iraq, Diane Iraq, and William McCusker. Tom Brink announces that this meeting was called to replace employees that are leaving and that it was advertised in progress. Public comment. Rules and regulations, bylaws, and employee handbook invalid can't be verified. Motion to hire a full-time laborer. Tom Dixon makes the motion to hire Clyde Coates for a full-time equipment operator laborer at $20 an hour on a 90-day probationary period and benefits starting after 12 months. Tracy Servello seconds, all in favor, none opposed, motion carries. Motion to hire a part-time laborer. Tom Dixon makes the motion to hire Dan Mann as a part-time laborer at $20 an hour and no insurance reimbursements, no benefits, working 4 hours a day, working every other weekend. He is not hanging his license for the time being, and he will be working under Dawn Morrison. Mike Cossack seconds, all in favor. Motion carries, none opposed. Tom Dixon says we need to try and come up with a daily basis job description quickly for the new guy. A couple of board members can get it together and do this if want to. Need to have a daily spreadsheet, AKA daily log. Need to see work ledger weekly and need truck logs for maintenance, mileage, and hours. Need to check on CCR report, needs to be completed once a year, check an email. Tom Dixon says the labor relations went through the employee handbook and everything is okay because precedence was set with previous employees. Labor relations hopes that this can be resolved among itself. If an employee works 40 hours on a holiday, and a holiday is also on that pay period, the holiday is paid straight time, not overtime. If an employee works on a holiday, we can try and look into that day being worked as comp time or a floating holiday. Jerry Spade says that the rules and regulations never mention the employee handbook, which is a subdivision of the rules and regulations. Bill McCusker requests books in order, finalized, submitted, and approved. Also to stress new employees to try and stay in station. Example, changing a valve without supervision and making decisions the employee is not qualified to make. Keep fire hydrants clear of snow because they pay a rental fee. Motion to adjourn, Tracy Servello makes the motion to adjourn, Mike Cossack seconds, all in favor. Meeting adjourned, 5:30 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
Hey, what?
Is there anybody motions to approve those minutes?
Yeah, they look good.
Tom
I'll
Dixon
make
makes
it.
a motion to approve, second.
I'll second it.
Mike Cossack seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Opposed? Motion still carries.
Okay.
That's where we were, got public comment.
I'll go. Just on a side note there, I know you just said about filing the RTKs and everything to get this information. I'm more than willing to do that. I have been doing that to get information, but at the same time, it's contradictory to what you've said before because you've also said about overwhelming the secretary and stuff like that. So I'm
Mhm.
just making a note of that.
Yeah.
I know he just read in there for the special meeting and everything like that, the rules and regulations and the bylaws. Is there any, like, has there been any?
Yeah, there's progression. I think.
Progression, because I know in the right to knows and everything that I had, the attorney had put in his emails that there has been ongoing. She had brought that up many times about helping and getting that going and stuff.
Yeah. There's stuff in the works on that.
So is there a committee or anything like that?
There's not a committee, but Skylar and, Vicki, myself, and I was going through some of the rules and regs, and we just have to get them.
Is that not?
Is that not
board,
offered to all board members?
That should be a
Invited.
board member thing.
What, you
When?
invited?
When?
When was that, Skylar? Back in December?
20.
Everybody was invited.
A special meeting?
When did we know when you were gathering or meeting?
That was back in December. I sent an email, check your emails.
Any other committee? I know the technical committee, is there any other committee for committee meetings and stuff?
No, there hasn't been any.
What are the other committees exactly?
We had one that was, what the heck was that? Like, grounds.
When was that?
That was last year. We haven't made any this year.
When was that? Actually, I don't believe it was ever advertised then.
That was last year.
It's
Well,
not
I
just
mean,
saying it was
saying
never
still-
advertised. I didn't know. I've only been to 2 technical meetings and I turned on.
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't
what I
technical, but
Right. I don't know what you're asking. Like, is there any this year?
yeah, any
No meetings.
even the maintenance and everything. All right, the other question is the Indeed. Last month you had voted on posting the secretary position and the part-time position on, you motioned and voted for it to be
Yeah,
on
we did.
Indeed. It was not on Indeed.
No, so, Mrs. Dixon brought up a good point about using CareerLink.
But you
And she-
also
yeah,
voted
she
on
knows
to
it.
have it on Indeed.
I already talked to
Yeah, Sean told me about that to you.
But
Yeah,
you- at the same time, it's in the meeting where you motioned, that's why I wanted the minutes, right, because you motioned and voted to put it on Indeed also. I actually had a parent ask me about the secretary position at parent-teacher conferences,
did you refer her over to visit?
and I actually was going to send her the link that was supposed to be posted on Indeed, but it wasn't legally posted on Indeed as you
Post it?
motioned to do.
You want to post it?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, we'll post it.
Well, that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
what
though.
about the position that you just hired for that wasn't actually posted on there?
What do you mean, it was posted on there? For
The-
months.
The part-time one?
On Indeed? I read it was in progress.
No, the
I need,
meeting-
can I
the
ask
meeting
for proof
was-
of,
The meeting was posted in progress. Was it or was it not, Jerry?
What's that?
Never mind. The special meeting we held, it was posted in progress,
Yeah.
correct?
Can I have
The
it?
day
Yeah,
of,
can I have
the
proof of
day of the
advertising?
meeting, so I objected to that before. It's,
That and we only had one position open, we ended up hiring 2 people. On the 19th, we would have turned around and specified that we were looking for 2 people.
Well, we lost 2 people. I think we need 2 people, so.
One thing, we we shouldn't have to advertise when she's going through Career Link, because they put it online and gather up people.
I think what she's
That
getting
may
at
cover
is
us.
that she would like to see it on Indeed, is that
What do
right?
you mean?
I'm just saying what you
When you're
motioned
going
and
through
voted
Career
on
Link,
should be,
they advertise
should be,
for the
should be
positions
fulfilled.
open.
If it
Yeah, they
wasn't legally
posted on
done.
their career link website.
That may cover us.
I don't think so.
Huh?
That's
Just
not,
post it on Indeed.
Separate, two separate
it
things.
has to be a
It's on Indeed.
newspaper of regular circulation.
I mean, more everything's online.
Yeah, nobody reads paper anymore, except for you.
I get it. I get it.
It's too expensive for a couple sheets.
Some people get it on their phone, I believe.
Yeah, but you still
Sorry,
gotta pay
not
for it, you
ordered.
still gotta pay for it.
Oh, do you?
Oh,
You
yeah,
still
that's
gotta pay
great.
for it.
$60-some for 6 months.
Is that what it is?
It's not free.
You can get your
Go ahead,
newspaper
Pete.
online.
Okay. Nicole, is that it?
Yes, for now.
That may be a question you wanna ask Heather, if we have to advertise for jobs when we go through Career Link. They may cover us. There's money.
Any other public comment?
Yeah, I would like to, please. Prepared to back up with documentation, anything I want to say. Less interruption, the quicker I'll be through. If you have questions or want to see anything that I'm saying that I have as proof, I'll be willing to show you. But there are so many things that are just, I've written so many pages and I try to rewrite it so I can be succinct and with brevity. That means short and sweet. But it just gets harder and harder because more and more keeps coming up and it's always about the same old stuff. I've said repeatedly that you're abusing your position as chairman.
Okay, how's that?
You initiated litigation without board knowledge and/or approval.
Okay, Bill.
Well, again, as you stated on the stand, we have like no rules and regs and stuff. Yeah, so you have no rules to follow. I said get them in order. You say you're doing it. He just said he's not been privy to any of the going over and reviewing it.
I'm not gonna argue with you back and forth.
I don't want to either. I'm stating my opinion. It needs taken care of and not in secret and not just a few people choosing what gets in it. All right. There were false claims made to a DEP representative in the name of this authority, and it was used to cover lies that I can prove. I got pictures from last year, and I have pictures from 24 and 25, November 3rd, November 12th. The weir was not what was on the log. I have right-to-know log reports to DEP, and I have my pictures which are time-stamped. And they were used as evidence at a trial, so they're legit. A trial that I was forced to undergo. I asked for an apology, I'll never get it because you're too immature and no backbone. But I'll tell you this, what it boils down to is you're backing a lie, and that is in all regards, sir, because you lied to an official representative of a state agency, that's collusion and willful misconduct.
Oh, hey, yes.
All I want are things made right here. I want to put all this crap in a rear view mirror, but it's not going to happen if you keep spinning your wheels, causing these stalls and these delays and excessive cost, and taking the word of someone who's already proven he's incompetent. It was Mr. Morrison, Mr. Brink, and Mr. Knoll who brought the litigation, not the board. And I want you just to remember that. The CCR, I asked for it, had a right to know, and I was told it does not exist. Mr. Morrison said, we don't need it until June 26th. I have documentation in here at the July 24 meeting. Leo Drass from Wind Officer Foreman submitted a bill for $591.01 to do the CCR that was supposed to have been done by Ryan Beeson, who his contract said he was supposed to do it, but he didn't. and you paid almost $600 to Gwen Dobson to do what you already paid him to do. Now, the 24, and I have the DEP report here, 7/1/25, CCR not completed, you're in violation. I put that on there. Donald said, and I'll quote, now I have it here, it is not due until June of '26, and I called Skylar, and he said it's not due till June of '26 also.
So it's not due.
Now, I would suppose, and I would bet money, sir, that if you did receive a call, it would have been, when's the CCR due? And you go, well, June. Okay, thank you, click. That's how I assumed that, because if you said what year, if he'd have asked you, you'd have said, what year are we talking? You know, I'm not putting you in the spot, I'm saying that I think that there was a lie that he communicated with you about it, number one.
He asked when the CCRs were due.
And you said June of '26, right, but the 25 was never done.
Was Donald the operator in June of '25?
No, but it was due July 1st, and when he signed his supposed contract, he said he will keep Tima in regulatory compliance. You're not. This is something, there's a template, you just look your records up, clickety-click, boom. That's one thing off of this massive list that I have in here of non-compliance. Stuff that he said he would, but when he came in again in July, he didn't. He didn't go in and check and bring reports to the board like, hey, this compliance issue is taken care of. He didn't do any of it. I'm almost done, fellas. The handling over the well, how a guy with supposed 30-plus years of employment, blah, blah, involved with this, and he didn't know that that was changed. It was 10 horse, 120 gallon a minute for a long time. If it was changed, it was not a cheap deal. It had to be permitted, just like Gwen Dobson did for this recent one. Well, you have to have a permit to just change it, not an amendment, but there's nothing on record. DEP doesn't have it, Gwen Dobson doesn't have it, and Tima doesn't have it. There's no record of that change. And it cost you 21 days, undue expense, and it was quote unquote emergency status to Erickson because it was dropped with a minute instead of him. All the people doing proper maintenance, that never would have happened. So it cost you almost $26,000 to replace something that maintenance once a month would have taken care of. All this cost is coming to us. All of it. We're going to pay for it. Last issue. Oh, wait, no, back to that. This board, I sat here, I heard it, and as you said on the stand down at the Justice, Mr. Brink, well, I don't believe Mr. Spade or Mr. McCusker ever missed a meeting. Well, we haven't, except them special meetings that are last minute and I don't get the email for it. You can wave your eyes, but you're not doing your job.
You've been to about every meeting, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not disproving that, that's one thing you did not lie about on this
Yeah,
thing.
whatever, Bill. Your time's been up, buddy.
I
relinquish
Please sit down.
my minutes.
He's had 6 minutes, Tim, he's used your time, thank you. Go ahead.
I'll relinquish mine.
Okay, then you got 3 more, go for it.
I have my time means.
Go ahead, we'll wait here.
I'll give it my time too.
Let's do it.
This board said they wanted it documented by film, the change. They wanted, if possible, a camera down the well and the VART test done. They wanted documentation that proper disinfection of the standpipe and everything in it would be taken care of. None of that was done. There's no documentation or anything. The old well pump should have been rebuilt and stocked. If you paid $18,000 for the one that replaced it, you ought to get this one for $45 to $65, somewhere like that, and you'd have something that in a bind you could use. Lastly, the contracted operator doesn't want the extra work of using just or dominate the well. So he decides to pump well 2 back to the reservoir. That was in the October report. Now, I did a right to know to Gwen Dobson. They have absolutely no record of communication. Man, sitting right here. No communication, there's no permits. The permit was to replace the well, and then they got an amendment to reduce it. So now you got, instead of a 10 horse in there, you got a 7.5 horse, 80 gallon a minute. That 150, 160 total dynamic head on it is what I saw on that curve. And you're pushing 165 feet of elevation, 2.4 mile of line, that's over 32,000 gallon. That's like 134 ton. And it has to push it all the way back to the reservoir. Well, gentlemen, let me tell you something. That's AC. It's shallow laid. It's over 70 years laying in that dirt. And for the entire time of its life, it's been one-way flow of highly organic matter. It develops scales on the inside, just like shingles. And when you go reverse flow and with pressure, you disrupt that scaling, you rip it off the sides of that pipe roll. Now it's exposed and it's soft again to friction and loss. And every joint and every O-ring in there, you're putting pressure on it, and you can roll the O-ring. Now you're going to have how many more leaks? Because all those years of the one way. It was ill-advised. It should never have been done. It wasn't condoned by the engineering that you're paying to listen to. I said my piece. I'm ashamed of you for how you've been leading this place 2 years of spinning your wheels, not doing anything. This man with his committees has done more moving like what I see on this list for tonight. This should have been done a year and 8 months ago. The update started. I'm saying, do your job, gentlemen. Step up or step down. That's what I'm saying. Do it. Because if you do your job, I'll be quiet. And if you don't, I still see the same stuff. You're going to get the same lecture every meeting until I see improvement and change and momentum and a purpose and a vision other than trying to make it crash. You can't bleed it out with water, so you bleed it out with $14,000 a month, $16,000 a month employee pay for 4 people. It's ridiculous. I thank you very much for the time and for letting me, as an American, to have my say. Thank you.
Anybody else? No? Okay. Engineers report. Skylar, that's you.
Okay. Engineers report for 4 weeks since our last meeting. Under general, answered an RTK that came in for some system hydraulic information. Drafted a response letter to DEP in regards to the October 2025 DEP inspection. It was submitted to DEP prior to the deadline. Included in that was the corrective action plan that Jeff had prepared. We attended the technical committee meeting last Monday. Under the water treatment facility, we have the PC upgrades have been completed. The remainder of those SCADA upgrades still to be acted upon. We have the supervisor PLC, the filtration skid PLCs, those are roughly $18,000. I have a motion on there to hopefully move forward with those. And the filtration skid hardware that's needed for $35,736.35. That motion is on there as well to be voted on later. Moving down through some other things we talked at last week's technical committee meeting. We have the plant well tank communications upgrade. That includes, we talked about this last month, switching from AT&T FirstNet for cellular internet service and phone. As part of that, we will remove TeamViewer and install remote access VPN. That would meet the Department of Homeland Security water system safety requirements. This cost includes all labor and hardware. There's $2,500 to do it at the treatment facility, $2,700 to install this and associated work at the storage tank, and another $2,980 for the well building. This would give you remote monitoring of the well. You do not currently have that ability. This would be a monthly internet and phone cost of roughly $67 a month. You're currently paying, I think last check was $700 a month. It'll pay for itself in no time. I think these are no-brainers. It is a motion on there to hopefully move forward with those as well. As part of that, there's also SCADA upgrades to the well building that I got some pricing on. So, as I said before, if you move forward with the upgrades that are above, you will have remote monitoring of the well. If you move forward with this other upgrade for about $11,000, you can have remote control of the well building, which would help your operators out, spend less time having to drive up to the well building every day. I definitely think that should be considered to move forward with. And I did confirm you can relocate the hardware once the Hamilton wells are online. You'd have to pay obviously for the labor to do that, but you have the hardware. Under the distribution system, AccuStream meters, those meters were discontinued. Vicki, when I talked to you, you had said the distributor had 500 left in storage.
Yeah, around.
Around there. That was a couple weeks ago. The system has roughly 300 meters to change out yet. That should be confirmed before you move forward with any purchase. You don't want to buy 300 meters and find out you needed 200. The new SR2 meters are about $74 more. So if you pre-purchase these AccuStreams that are still in stock, you're going to save about $22,000 in the long term. Grant applications. The 2025 LSA grant application was resubmitted on the 26th of November. We knew that. We talked about that. I would not expect a determination on that until late 2026. The grant application submitted in April 2025 for waterline work along South Hill Street for the PA Small Water and Sewer Grant. That determination meeting was held last month. Ravona did not receive a funding offer. The SRBC grant was submitted on January 30th for the construction of the Hamilton Well Building. I would expect determination of that sometime by April 2026. They're pretty good with keeping their schedule. So I would expect to have a determination by then. Something that we did talk about at last week's technical committee meeting that did not make its way into my report. I did look into the MORE program from DEP. I sent them out an email today about trying to get CDOT grant funding for the electrical upgrades at the plant. I haven't gotten a response from them yet. When I do, I'll forward that on to everybody on the board. That is my engineer's report. Any questions?
I have one.
Yes.
Out of those three outstanding things that upgrades, what would you recommend these top priorities?
I would absolutely upgrade the communications. It's going to pay for itself in a year, and it's going to give you better service. Right now, I would do that. I would then move forward, just because that's going to save you money. I think you do that one. If I had to pick one to get done today, I would upgrade the PLCs for the supervisors. Supervisor PLC and the filtration skid PLC for $17,799.28.
You think that's the priority? Then?
Yes, I do.
That's the PLC that's in the office?
And I spoke incorrectly on this last week, and I apologize in our meeting.
Thank you.
Those PLCs, that price includes the PLCs in the office and the two on the skids. There's other skid hardware that needs done as part of that other project, and I apologize for speaking wrong on that. But yes, I would upgrade those PLCs first. And then I'd move on to the hardware after that.
Are you classifying the hardware as the relays and the different?
The HMIs, the screens that you're looking at, and the relays inside, yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
I believe there's a breakdown that was included previously.
So those relays are from the very beginning, 2006?
Yes, everything in there on those PLCs is original to the plant, so I was told.
Anybody else have any issues, Colin? Well, if you want.
Good for the night?
Yeah.
Questions?
Unless anybody has any questions for you.
Okay. If everybody just let me know what's voted on, if we vote to move forward with anything, I can let DJ know.
I think we could move to that now while you're here. If you want, we can jump to that.
It doesn't matter to me. You can stick with the agenda. Would probably be a good call. Just stick with that and let me know.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I know you're good, yeah.
Good.
I do got one question.
Go ahead.
You didn't go over. The way I read this, we are not allowed to pump water from the well up to the reservoir.
That's incorrect. That does not say that.
We didn't get a permit, didn't approve it.
It is not in your permit. I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't explicitly state in your permit that it does not say that.
Right.
The way that plant was originally permitted, at no time is there an automated system in place to prevent water from being backfed to that. I understand there's valving there, but there is no It is absolutely not in your permit that you cannot do it. If it wasn't allowed, they would have automated valves installed. It says that they're unable to approve it, but that's because it's not their jurisdiction.
Or deny.
Yeah.
Who's jurisdiction?
They gave me, I had contact with that's not Clean Water. Nick Hartranch is his name. I don't know what department he's in, but I did reach out to him and I have not received anything back yet.
Thank you.
So you don't need a permit to do it.
My GDF stance is you do not need a permit to do that.
Okay.
That is the original installation up there. I understand that there's valving in place to prevent that from happening, but there are no automated valves that can require that for DEP, and that's the way that we've always operated with that.
Go ahead, Bill, you had a question for me?
If I can, I
Yeah,
would
go
like to ask, back in the day, this quarter century ago, but I remember explicitly, you're not allowed to mix source without pre-approval. That was pretty much a standard.
Mm-hmm.
That's like groundwater to surface and vice versa. That was one. Two, there's elevated levels of sulfides, iron, and manganese. Why would DEP allow that to go back to a highly organic soup bowl?
DEP's call. Again, if they didn't want you to do it,
It just
they
seems,
shouldn't permit the plant the way that's set up then, in my opinion.
I agree, yeah, that just seems all wrong, because I've heard horror stories.
Are you pumping chlorine back?
Absolutely not.
Okay, thank you.
No chemicals at all, no chlorine, no sodium permanganate.
The other part that bothers me, if I may, all water from the well, whether it goes through the plant and used for people or not, as it comes out of the ground, it has to be metered, that's my understanding. It doesn't matter if you're pumping it to waste or not, you've gotta have your,
And it is metered, yes.
right out of the well before it goes up.
Correct.
Okay. That seems counterintuitive, because you're refilling the line that as soon as the.
Sure, but you want to know what's pumped, you want to know what your well's producing too.
Yeah, because that's refilling what the reservoirs are like. But boy, that little 7.5 has to be straining its guts out. It says on that curve thing, it's only 150 total dynamic head, and you got 186 feet of elevation.
That pump will put up, I don't have a curve on
Yeah, I
it
was
here
gonna
right
say, I
now.
don't think so. I think it's actually kind of just.
You can get 400 feet ahead, I believe, out of that pump. Your flow rate's gonna be lower at that point. But, I apologize, I don't have the curve right in front of me.
Okay, well, my thought is that it's counterintuitive. You're introducing questionable into an organic soup, number one. What I said earlier about the backflow after all those years, I've been in the ditch enough on Transit, I'm telling you, it's like dragon shingles, from the organics.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's GDF's preference to do this, but the option was, does the town run out of water, or do we do what we need to do to get it done? And our stance was, it's not permitted, that you can't do it.
As long as it wasn't illegal, dangerous, or gonna cause problems in the future, that's my concern.
That's understandable, Bill, I do understand that. Yeah.
And I don't want illegal that puts you this.
Absolutely. I wouldn't recommend it if I thought I was putting myself out there either.
You answered my questions, I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for letting me ask.
Should I ask for well 2 meter reports? You should turn around and be metering that every day.
Yeah, it's being weird.
I would like to turn around and see this for the past 6 months.
Yeah, it's being weird. Thanks, Scott.
All good?
Appreciate it, bud. Thanks for coming. Okay.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
After that, we're gonna move on to the office report, or no, operator's report, which Donald wasn't able to make it tonight. He had a family situation he had to take care of, so I'll read it for him. Water loss is roughly 40% again hard to calculate due to readings not being done in a timely manner, which we hope to rectify in the coming months. Both employees have resigned, and new employee flag coats have started 2/11/26 again and started 2/9/26 and I will be training flag with the hopes of adding an additional full-time employee by the beginning of April. We plan on replacing the broken valve on Juliet Street and Whetstone Alley to further isolate in that area for a leak. There is a need for ports for skid steer to unload chemicals As they deliver on a flatbed truck, we'd like to have a cell phone carried for on-call persons instead of a pager. It appears that the cell service has improved in this area. For those who are asking, because the consumer conference report is not due until June 30th. I think the cell phone, is part of that FirstNet thing too, if I understood Skylar right about that. You must catch that. We'll have to ask him again, but.
I heard him say VPN, so I don't know how you would have.
I don't know, maybe not. We'll have to look into that.
Sorry.
Here.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
So I guess the chemicals are coming in on a flatbed now. They want to know if they can get forks to unload them off of the flatbed. How much were they, did they say? Is it $180 or something?
I thought they were 136.
Did they talk to you about it, Tom, at all?
I've seen them in here last meeting, but I don't have it with me. It's a set of bolts onto the skid steer. And the others are cheap. They're also built cheap. You're better off to spend $400 or $500 and get a regular set of forks.
You think so too?
I've been around a lot.
If we quit spending money frivolously, like the secondary containment tanks, I did my research whenever I turned around and told you whoever purchased it didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
They can only hold 24 gallons. There's 55 gallons turned around sitting on top of it.
They need to dump it.
In the DEP report, it turned around and states that it has to be 110% of the primary containment. Did anybody even read it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Okay.
We'll have to put them together, I guess. Like the other ones are.
Put them together?
Yeah, like those other ones.
You bought them like that, they're big enough. Who authorized the purchase of that stuff?
I think it's probably under $250 or whatever.
You bought 3 of them, not just one.
I don't know.
You don't know a whole lot, do you?
No.
Okay.
You done?
Huh?
You done?
No, but go ahead.
You wanna do your own?
Excuse me? I'd like to put an objection to the operator report.
You would.
I would, yeah.
What's that?
I have here a copy of your meeting minutes. There's Leo Grass's. CCR for 2023 was done July of 24. There's the copy of the bill from them. And there's, more importantly, the DEP paper that says you're in violation as of 7/1/25. Now, it's not that hard to go in and get the information and plug it in and get it done. And I can get my copy.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I call Nick Martin and ask him personally about that? Would he be the guy?
I didn't make the rules.
I'm
I
asking,
didn't
Bill,
bring
I'm
that.
asking, is he the guy to contact?
Ask him if you can get a copy of the CCR.
Should I ask him if it's up to date?
You could turn around and ask him for a copy.
I'll call him.
Actually, the right to know though, that he turned around and got, should have never got that, because that CCR is supposed to be at the plant, accessible to the public at any time.
They're the ones that wrote that up, Mr. Brink, not me.
I'll reach out to him.
Gee. Okay. I had my objection, thank you for hearing it.
Thank you. You wanna do your office appointment?
As I say about the forks, you can pick a set of aftermarket stuff for about $400.
Okay.
This, where the hell were they from then?
They're classified by weight, so how
Yeah,
much weight
yeah,
are you
yeah, by
lifting?
weight.
Yeah.
How much are you lifting?
I think they were, Harbor Freight or what's the other one, Northern Hydraulics. So one of them two,
Don't get tractor.
they are garbage. Cause I've had people try to unload inlet tops and stuff with them, and all they do is bend and kick out. They're not safe. That one did have a spreader bar, and that's one I'd never seen, but it's still built cheap. We could have ran down here to the auction place, but he started selling cars now, he don't sell equipment down there in Slaughton. He has some good deals down there.
In fact, I just got an email reports.
Down there.
I don't know, TJ sends me all kinds of stuff on course, and they were like $275 or something like
Yeah,
that.
for a good set that
And
mounts
that
right
would be a
on.
good set that we can lift inland, so,
That should be able to do what they gotta do then.
right, well, you know, but I don't know what kind of.
Yeah, if they're not
What do you
bringing
have,
in,
a Bobcat
Yeah, it's a,
no, it's a case, but I think it has a Bobcat
front end?
front end.
You gotta see which one matches.
I didn't know they'd bring it in on a flatbed, they had been bringing them in on a box truck with the hydraulic tailgate.
yeah, I don't know. Okay. Anything else? Moving on.
Office report. So the W-2s and the 1099 MIPs were completed and mailed out on time. The federal tax, back taxes, Social Security, Medicare, MNIF/Stickler Tarpey, got all that completed. I have the documents. Tom Dixon signed them. They're filled out. The checks just need written, they'll need signed, and they'll need mailed out, and that will take care of the federal stuff. Pam Pennington's paperwork. I still have it from whenever the whole opt-out thing. Does anybody else want to sign, like, her contingencies, like what she wanted done? Or no? You guys are just okay with meeting minutes? Her, meter pit?
What?
Her meter pit?
Oh, yeah, just two people will take care of that.
Okay.
That's already in motion in a minute.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it was good, because she wants it
We're
wrapped
gonna
up
take,
and she,
we're gonna take the bid out
and
and
pay her, yeah,
refund her
okay.
at what she paid for, not
Yes.
what the new one is.
And I have her paperwork.
Yeah.
American Power and Gas will be coming off the electric bill. They finally got back to me. In your guys' packet, there is an email though. She included like discounts, or if you guys decide you want to renew, she also put that option in the email, but she did say that they were gonna come off of our electric bill. I reached out to CareerLink, Sean Evans, about the secretary part-time. He got back to me, and it is posted on the CareerLink website. Resumes will be mailed or emailed. Does the board want to renew rave? That's in your guys' packets as well. And then the landowner cassette for the well, Michelle Miller still has not stopped him to sign it.
Charlotte said she didn't actually have to, I don't think.
Okay.
When you contacted Sean, did you just go for a secretary, or did you go for laborer too?
No, it was just a secretary.
Well,
We
you
can
can go
do
for
both.
your laborer too.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good fun with
Yeah,
it.
he'll find laborers fast.
He may not speak English, but he'll find you one. Hey, this, invoice from Rave, are we gonna pay $1,400 or $1,500 a year? Or is,
What it was last year.
or is it? Here's $4,400 a year. And then back here, it's $7,000. What do they charge us a year?
I don't know. It all gets paid up front, I do believe.
So what do they want up front?
It's like 15.
But look back here, $72.98. Does that give us, doesn't look like it gives us any more.
Oh, it's a 1 year.
That's a 5-year renewal.
Yeah, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year.
So we'd have to pay the whole $72.98 for a 5-year renewal.
Yeah.
All right, I see what they're doing. It's still $14.88 per year. Doesn't say what that one is. Somewhere I just seen this is 5-year. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. 1532.
What is that for, Mr. Chairman?
That's the call-off system.
Okay. Thank you.
And then there's no hidden charges in it, it's just a flat fee, right? Or is there a usage fee?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't ever get any bills from Ray.
It
so-
really don't say on here, looks like it's a
Yeah, it looks like these are all.
one flat deal.
Yeah, these are all you guys.
Yeah.
What it looks like.
If you go 1 year, it's 15, if you go 2 years, it's 1488. If you go 5 years, it drops down $30 a year. Apparently, if we went to 5 year, okay, to be paid in the amount. That looks like we pay $14.59.75 a year, each year. Doesn't look like they want the whole 5 years up front.
Second page account says that.
To be paid in the amount of total contract value.
All right, I heard. Tom? That second page, it turn around and says right down here.
Yeah,
It says to be paid in the amount of $14.8837 per year.
right, then it keeps getting cheaper. When you go to a 3 year, it drops down, and then when you go to a 5 year, it drops down to $14.59. But it doesn't say if we have to pay $72.98 right away, or are we gonna get billed $14.59 per year for the next 5 years? Really don't care.
$30 then?
Down to 60. What? I'm going to a 1 year. What did I look at?
1 year's $1,531.30. 2 years, you're paying $1,488.37. Then the five years, you will be paying $1,459.75.
Yeah, you still ain't saving now. What's the, oh wait, that's the 3 years. No, that's 5 years. Years 1488.37. 5 years 1459. And if we just go to single year at a time, it's 1531. So if you go to the 5 year, you're going to save $128 a year. If we go 5 years instead of 1 year. And that's something we need to update some more too, don't we?
I know Zach got a lot of it done while he was there,
Get it
and then I slowly have customers that are like trickling in, one every couple of weeks or whatever, that has like a different phone number, and I write it on a piece of paper, and I was giving it to Zach, and he was updating it.
Well, it's either that or we have to boil water or some kind of emergency. We gotta run it around with people and post it on their doors. 'Cause
I think it's a good thing to have.
we do have to do it. I'd
Can I
say
offer a suggestion? We know that majority of the information is wrong on that whenever you turn and run those reports. Is there any way, you know you're gonna end up paying for this information, so instead of it costing the authority, why can't we turn and give out credit? If you fill out a new customer information form, it's a $5 off for the next 6 months. That's just a start, whatever we wanna turn and come up with it. You're gonna end up paying for your information, but at least it'll be current.
get it up, yeah, get it updated.
I think it's a terrible idea.
Oh. This what, starts in June? That's what I read. If we go with 5 years, it's gonna go from July 1st to
June 30th.
June 30th or 30/31. But we definitely, like Jeff said, we gotta get it updated, get everybody in it, so it works.
Can you put a notation like that on their bill?
I have been, please update contact
Or like what
information.
I think what he suggested.
Like put a note on the bottom of the bill, like if you guys decide on like a $5 credit for updating your outdated information.
Do you have that capability on the rack?
It lets us put a message on it, it gives us like 4 or 5
I
lines.
message, I mean like the credit part of it, or is that something that we need to try and discuss with Randy?
No, I think that would be, it's not called a credit, it's like forgiveness. So it's a different line than like a positive or negative in a payment, it's a different line in rack, and it just like wipes $5 away, it's like forgiven.
But you can put a note on the bill.
And I can put a note on the bills too.
Okay, Bill.
Thank you. This isn't about your rate, but it pertains to the same thing, I guess. That message on the bottom. I received my bill, I had 0 gallons billed, and a little note on the bottom left that said because of weather, could not be read. I get that. What I don't get is, there should have been, Miss Nagy went clickety-click, and she went, well, she could see like a year of my usage. There should be a program in there and some type of a default when we can't read that whatever my average gallons per month is used should be on there, so I don't get hit with extra cost of overage maybe next time. Now, me, it's not gonna happen, but there's families that get zero read it, that may happen.
That's something that'd be a question for.
Just something that the board needs to address so that she has protocol to follow, because some of these people, they come in, if they get billed 1,000 gallon water, she's gonna hear it, and some of you may hear it. I said that before, but yeah, you'll hear it.
We talked about that the other day.
Yeah,
I
so
can,
think
but
it needs
Randy pretty
addressed
much gave me 2 options
until you
whenever I
get
did
people
that.
to read.
You had to go
consistently.
into
Anyway,
each
that's-
individual account that didn't get read, and there was over 100 of them, and you have to estimate it manually. There is no just estimate button, and it estimates whoever wasn't read. Or the other option was he could go in and however his computer program works, he was able to pick the people that had 0 for reads and just give them basic water charges. And he said about a year and a half ago that the bills were estimated, and whenever they estimated them individually, it ended up causing a lot of problems with the bills because they were overestimated or underestimated, and he said it caused a lot of problems with the billing. So he was the one who suggested just give them basic water charges and let the water catch up. So
Did we ever get those issues resolved from 2023 to 2025 with the billing?
What do you mean?
The billing issues where you turn on, we're over 50-60%, but the records don't turn on and justify?
Are you talking about in the books, like your QuickBooks?
No, I'm talking about like water cells.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the billing, as far as I've been there, I pretty much got it all fixed. So everybody's getting billed for what they should be getting billed for, and it's pretty accurate. Don't get a whole lot of complaints about people's water bills anymore. But the issues from 2023 and 2024, I wasn't there, I don't know what they are, so I don't know how to fix them, if there are any issues there. I was gonna say, I fixed a lot of stuff.
That time frame, that was a big issue.
Yeah.
It was every month.
Yeah. So I guess back to the rate thing. Are we gonna approve that, or we can put Jeff's suggestion in there too?
Yeah, if we go with 5 years, we save $500. That's about the only difference I see now. By going single years. But it definitely needs updated.
What do you want to do, a year or 5 years?
Glad you renew it anyhow, I go to the 5 years with me.
Didn't we renew Ray's last year just for 1 year? Cause I remember you had said about it.
That was Diamond Maps, and I turned around and stated that if it got used, I was in for it. But it
Oh,
hasn't
okay.
been used, it hasn't been being used.
Was there an increase this year
In price?
in price from the last year?
I can't remember that. I think a couple of years ago, whenever we first went about it, it might have been like $1,200 or $1,300, so I'm assuming it has gone up a little bit.
Hey, I spent enough money this way, you guys.
I'll make a motion, we do it for 5 years. That's what you want, right, Tom?
I would think the 5 years, say $500. And if we're gonna continue to use it, might as well say the 500.
Is there a second?
$500 is budget for it.
Huh?
$500 you saved is budget for it.
Yeah, I can clothes clean.
Mike second, all in favor? Aye.
Motion to pay bills.
Change the name on the contract, it ain't right.
What contract?
What you gotta send back in.
Yeah, it says Vicky Dawson.
Oh, yeah, I saw that when I printed it.
Do we need a motion to pay the bills? A motion to pay the bills?
I'll make that motion.
Boss makes a motion, is there a second?
Is there a list in here?
Yeah, it should be in your packet.
I didn't get that far.
It's more towards the back, I think, behind all the raid stuff.
Let's get back to this one. I didn't get to it yet either.
It's in the folder too, Tom.
Keep going, Joe. Keep going.
That was just a list of delinquents.
And not all those accounts that are on that delinquent report are gonna end up being delinquent. They still have until the 20th, so a lot of people will come in and pay, and I'll have them at the post office too, but the post office is closed today.
It's 5,700, that's for the meters we just got. I haven't got that bill yet.
Oh, you haven't gone through
No, I
it?
just seen it on the bill list.
That's from LD.
Yeah. The ones they said they only had 100, now tonight, they told him they have 500.
They have a total of 500 and something between all their different locations. It's not just up at the one in Evansburg, it's all over.
I had a question. What's the Scope Kill mobile phone?
Pager?
$1,386?
I think that's a pager.
If that's the case, we ought to get a cell phone then. CCW's on there.
I wonder how long that's for. That's where they went and got
You
that.
see that with that phone,
Down,
pager, whatever.
down in, Schofield.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah, they went down to Schofield Haven, I don't know why they drove down there to get
Holy
it.
man.
For what?
Drove to Schofield Haven, 2 people to get a pager. And you put the damn thing in the mail.
Well, take a picture of them to go get hoagies.
That was Ryan's doing. Tried to tell him that was stupidity.
Try to get in trouble.
13. Oh, that bill. That's
They're
it.
all there.
What? What's the pager for? What is the pager for?
Call out for
How
emergency.
many questions is that then? I didn't get an answer, so I don't know.
Is that one pager or multiple pagers?
There's one.
One.
That's only one.
One.
Why can't you use a cell phone? God forbid. That'd be cheaper. Why don't you use your cell phone instead of a pager?
Well-
That is, years ago, they used to use pagers. Years ago.
Calm down, lady.
That's what they're wanting.
I agree with you.
Yeah. That's
I
Yeah,
think
now
that
before, I
we
don't think they had
have
service
to use
there was no service.
We just purchased that pager last year or 2 years ago.
What's that?
We just purchased those pages though.
I think it's 2 years ago.
2 years?
Even 2 years ago, that would have been outdated.
Well, yeah, it was, but I know, like, There
You
wasn't
tell-
service around here too much.
You tell me how many people that don't go to bed that has their cell phone laying right beside their bed.
Or just some plays all
Hard
night.
to know his, but mine's right beside my bed. But what I'm saying, 95% of the people, when they go to bed, they have their phone right next to them. So why can't you, if there's an emergency, why can't you call them on their cell phone?
Because they pay their own bill, they aren't required.
We should vote on this one.
For work.
It would still be cheaper for us to get
An
a
automated.
cell
If
phone.
they were to credit
We already
the
approved it.
Oh, we did?
employee with
Yeah.
so much.
Why did you put that in?
No, here's,
Well, we
we
approved him to
purchased
do
a
it.
cell phone,
A company.
a company cell
Yeah,
phone.
now,
Oh,
if they
okay.
were
Yeah,
using
you know what I
it.
mean, we already.
Yeah.
But they mentioned
But
that,
that's what
We're
I'm
good on
saying,
that.
it would
Don't
be
look
cheaper,
that
and you
envelope.
wouldn't need that.
No.
or they could always credit
Those
the
are here in
employee with
disposal.
so much money, $50.
There's a
Per
lot
month.
of things like even with me, like I have to have
I wanna
my, I
see
have to
that.
have it to log in
There it
to
is.
go to school and I don't get credited for myself.
Right.
I have to have, like,
See,
it's
what
People,
we're paying.
whatever,
Yeah.
that's a
Not
thing.
really, you can always say you don't have a cell phone.
There's people I work with that don't have cell
That's what I'm
phones.
saying.
Honestly, they're old guys.
What, flip one?
They don't have anything.
Tom still has a
I do.
flip watch.
Yeah. I know a couple
Hey,
guys.
Tom, where
And
is
it's starting to work better around here.
How do you get to the pager?
Huh?
How do you get to the pager? You call into the,
You have to
Yeah, you call
call
the
in, yeah.
number.
and then
It
they
comes
give
up,
you the number for the.
You give a callback number. You still can't call on the pager.
Yeah.
But you call in, give a callback number, then they call you.
Well, we can, not pay that, you know, if you guys wanna reach out and get cell phones.
It'd be cheaper to get a cell phone.
it'd be cheaper to get a cell phone.
Yeah, it's up to you guys, whatever you guys wanna do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's something that was in his operating report that he wants himself, so.
How much does the pager cost?
$13.86.
A month.
A year?
A month.
A month?
I'm up.
I don't know if that's.
It says month.
That's
That's
mine.
what it says, right there.
I don't know what would work up there by the road.
I thought it was only supposed to be like $40 or $50 a month.
That is a month, right? It says month right there, February.
I don't pay that
Are you
bill
saying
every
30
month.
I don't
Like
think.
1,000?
Yeah,
This
that's
can't
a
be
big
right.
Yeah, I
bill.
don't say, there's
I
no
don't,
way.
it doesn't come every month in the mail.
Like, that's the first time you saw it?
Maybe the second?
That's the first time I remember seeing it.
Well, it says you paid them with a check in January 26th for $1,304,
Then it's monthly then.
and this is February.
So that's actually 2 months, January into February. That's what our something
Yeah,
like
but
this
it's a different month.
No, it says January to February.
That's some good phones, you know?
Oh,
See
no,
right
those are just the bills. The bills run from the last meeting to the current meeting, so.
No,
they-
here's the actual bill.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's looking like January bill was $1,304, which was paid. Now we're coming to February 2nd, they went $1,386.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't have the bills on me from last meeting.
Put them in a box and send them back.
Probably gonna have to look it up, but I thought this was really supposed to be like $40 a month, maybe 50. According to that, they're charging over $1,300 a month.
Yeah.
I'll look whenever I get in the office tomorrow and pull it up, all the payments that were made and in QuickBooks.
I'd
and
say
see what it says.
let's hold this one.
Okay.
There might be something screwed up there, but that don't even sound right. That's a little
Well, I think
That thing doesn't even go off very often, and 9 times out of 10, whenever it does go off, there isn't even a phone number to call back. It's like 5 digits or 4 digits or something, like it's not even a complete phone number to call whoever back.
Are you in a contract with that company?
do we,
Schultz, is it a contract, like, are you in a contract with that, or?
I don't know, that was before me.
Let's reach out to them. We'll look for cell
yeah,
phones.
something don't jive
They
there.
don't.
Even at $50 a month, that's,
Still what?
that's over $100 a month for a year. If that's what they're billing, but it looks like they're billing that by the month.
You can get a cell phone for 40.
Yeah.
$30, $40 a
That's
month.
just you old guys.
Huh?
That's just for you old guys.
Cell phones, like you
You old guys.
Like a flip phone like not you, huh?
Yeah, we need to check on that. The other option would be give the employees $20 a month, $25 a month to use their own cell phone. Then they have it with them at all times.
If they'll agree to that,
Yeah, they'd have to agree to it.
yeah.
That's probably the cheaper, better way to go.
So you guys could do like Straight Talk or something, couldn't you, where you pay like $45 or $50 a month for a cell
You
phone?
almost have to see what works up by the reservoir though.
If you're getting that new.
Well, it's working out there now.
Is it working?
The guy said, I don't know what all is
If you're
working
getting
out
that new thing, like what this guy said, you won't need up there.
That's true too.
there. No, that's just the valves.
It's a virtual private network.
Yeah. it's
Yeah, but
something
wouldn't you
for-
have, wouldn't you have Wi-Fi or anything up there so that they could?
Unless you can breach the VPN, you would have to, they'd have to set it up that way.
I think you might be right, because
Because it has to protect, I mean, that's the Homeland Security, is what he said. He said that it's required.
Still, you can get a cell phone cheaper than what that is.
Absolutely.
So what to exclude the school kill mobile phone from the bills? Anything else?
All right, we did get 50 meters, we got them at 118.67 apiece. The only problem is, didn't we want them at 1 gallon to read? These are 1,000 gallon readers.
Yeah, they need to be changed.
Huh?
They need to be changed.
Yeah.
We have the capability to do that.
Oh, we can change them,
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but we can try and
because
do
they
that.
come in at 1,000 gallon readers at touch pack.
Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them are calibrated at 1,000, some of them are calibrated at 100,
We were just getting whatever stock they had.
whatever they had, and then we could calibrate them.
Except the scale.
About a month ago, they only had 100 left, now they got 500 left, and it doesn't say what they're gonna be.
Do we have any of that information for what was in the email for the technical committee about that? Like during the committee, it says we need more information on the finances, last 6 months of water sales, income records, and account balances for every account. Also including a line of credit to Northwest Bank, but I believe the line of credit is 50,000. But also, we apparently needed to know an actual number of how many touch reads we have out there versus how many we still need to purchase. Somebody's estimate of 300 and we need 350, we're still 50 short.
Okay, I have the last 6 months of water sales pulled during the office. I have the income records and the account balances of every account, which is on this financial report. Those are the balances as of today. And the line of credit, I do believe is 250, not 50.
It's 250,000.
I thought it was too.
Yeah, we upped that. I didn't know we went that high, but we did up that.
I thought whenever we opened it that first time, it was 50, and we've only been paying for a renewal, like $100, $200
Yeah, it
something
was
renewal.
cheap to renew.
Well, no, it's just to keep it open.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right, we did have to pay to keep it open.
Yeah, it was like
They
$100
extended.
It was like $100 or something.
Yeah.
This Rusty's paying for almost 2,000, is that for heating
That-
oil?
Yeah, for the plant, for the garage, and I guess if they need it out at the well. I think it says on the bill though, what spot it's designated for.
Have you ever tried more propane? That's who I have. It's a
Who is
little bit cheaper.
What is it?
More propane.
Moore. Where are they at?
Falls Creek, and I think they have one in Woodland.
Never heard of them.
You know, do they have heating oil, or that more's all propane?
Yeah, that's what you're using, right?
No, that's
I'm
heating
sorry,
oil.
okay.
Yeah, more don't
Yeah,
have
I
all.
think they just do propane, or yeah, just do propane.
They got a place out at Woodland now too.
Yeah, that's what I said, Woodland.
Yeah, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Does the fuel tank get fixed then? So,
What?
the fuel tank, did it ever get Did that ever get fixed, or?
What's that?
Did the fuel tank ever get fixed?
No. On a
No.
barrel.
There's still a 55-gallon drum turnaround sitting in there because somebody can't turn around and pump out a day tank?
Keeps filling back up with the big tank.
Huh?
Outside keeps filling back up with water, keeps getting.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot.
Is that not an emergency?
And we had prices to put an above ground tank.
Yeah, it was like 20-some thousand, wasn't it?
Oh, when I'm up on.
I thought it was less than that whenever they came back,
Was it?
when Skylar had the quotes for that.
Maybe that was
It
with the,
Yeah, that was the original one, so I think then.
I was like 11 with the surround.
Was it?
I think it was just under 12, Tom, yeah, 11.
Maybe it was that with the
I think that
scan
was
of
the
like if
first
you read
one,
on the
yeah.
team viewer or something.
No, oh wait, no, everything's on a fixed plate on there.
No, the furnace is on a tank.
Yeah. Shouldn't have to be taking much out to the well.
I don't know
I
where
don't
the
think,
garage will want.
I don't think they're using much out there.
I don't think they are either. It seems to be the plant and the garage.
Just like everything else though.
Cause that generator shouldn't run that much out there.
See, it should or it shouldn't. Whenever that well's turning on pumping all the time, then
No,
we have that.
we're paying Unilever for power.
Yeah.
We use much on the generator.
Well, we also are in that program too, whenever it decides that in high peak hours, they'll turn on, shut your power off without turning on telling you, and then the generator turn on runs out there.
And they do, because they send
they said-
notices in the email.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I heard one of them saying something about it runs once a week, maybe. For a little while, but
It does change.
For what you turn on paying fuel versus the cost of the electricity,
does it all.
Well, my opinion is the pump shouldn't be running when we're not taking water to the plant. That's gonna end up burning up another pump.
anybody know where that old pump went?
What's that out there?
It's sitting out there.
Pretty sure.
We have a motion to try and take it, any motion to try and look at it? Make that motion, man.
I'll second
Want a second?
Yeah.
All in favor? I'm in favor.
Don't have to have a spare there. Didn't we?
Where's that down?
It's a motion for something. Where do you want to take the
Send
pump?
off to get it looked at, see if we can get it rebuilt.
You wanna refurbish it?
Electric motor and supply in Altoona, they, for years, were the dominant
Did they work on this?
all
I was
times.
gonna say, but I thought there was a place in Altoona that does that.
5,600.
Yeah, I did, they, what's that?
Who's second that?
Tracy did. They do a lot of work for us on that. I didn't even work on
And it'll
work.
give you a commercial warranty.
Yeah, electric motor supply.
And it can't be fixed at home. I have a question and a suggestion, if I may. The question is, since the personnel has changed, Mr. Wilson has a full-time job, Mr. Mann has a full-time job. Like, who's carrying the paper, who's responsible for, hey, we got a bad leak? And I ask that based on many times seeing different sized lines go, and boy, you'd be just absolutely amazed how quick that 183,000 gallon tank will drain.
Yeah.
Response time's critical.
We
I
have a
just wondered if you got a plan in place that when it happens, you're not figuring out what to do, it's already established. I would like to make sure that you people do that, so that helps, so he's not put through that.
That's a good suggestion, Bill, actually.
And a suggestion about your rules and regs.
I've asked them guys where that was at, I wanted to look at it.
I would suggest that
They're not hard
a
to
copy
reveal.
of the ones
They're not
that
hard to
your
reveal.
people, you said, the engineers and the solicitor are looking at, or
Mm-hmm.
made and given available to each of the board members.
It has to go that way.
Give a week to let them review
It
it,
has to,
call for a
yeah.
special meeting so that you guys can make your notations on input.
Yeah, that's what, it has to go that way.
Was Heather involved in that meeting in
Not
December?
yet, no. No, the board has to, the way I understand it, you know, the board will have to get a copy of it to review it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And then, you know, whatever changes they want to make to it or whatever, then we can do that.
But you said you did that in December though, right?
No, that, we haven't handed them out yet. Everybody can get, we're gonna get copies out to people.
I wish that it would speed up so that next time I sit in this position, I'm hearing, here's the approved R&Rs.
Well, we won't be able to approve them, we'll be able to review them.
Submit them.
Yeah.
Well,
We won't be
you
able to
can't do that in a month. Call some special meetings. I mean, how much more of a priority? Mr. Brink, look, I don't want to reiterate the January stuff, but I want to tell you, you brought extra cost and inconvenience to a bunch of people because you usurped this board and took it on yourself to take the responsibility of making a decision for the board. Rules and regs say you cannot do that. You can't even send a delinquent account to the magistrate without a majority board vote approval.
On the rules and regs?
It's in the rules and regs, sir. And that's what I want. Get it established so everybody gets the same stuff, treatment, always.
We're on the front.
And the employees know what their responsibilities are instead of just in vague shadows.
It's getting hungry.
Well, sorry to be complaining all the time, but this stuff's critical.
We're still on the
Motion to pay bills.
motion to pay bills without, with the exclusion of school kill mobile phone.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to pay the bills with the exception of the school kill mobile phone till we investigate that.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None here opposed.
Do we need to make a motion to terminate that after we get it straightened out and get a cell phone, or do I wait to see what we get
Probably
on that?
wait to see what we get.
Something does not look right on that. Looks like they're charging us $1,300 a month. I hope they ain't.
You can get 10 cell phones a month for what you pay for that.
Yeah.
Well, the cell phone service, the question, Mr. Chairman, cell phone service gives you other services that you're not, they have people there 24 hours. And they, I'm familiar with what modern communications was like. And they had personnel there around the clock, and they had to get paid for the service. I yield back.
Do we want to check with the employees, like he said, and see if they'll take like $25 or something a month?
That's the cheapest way to go.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
But they gotta answer the phone for calls for sure, you know?
I think you might want to talk to the solicitor about that, because I'm thinking you would probably have to have something in writing and have them sign off.
Yeah, at any point in
Legally
time,
sign
if
off
you turn
on
on pay, then that would be, anything on the phone would turn on the
Yeah.
property,
It would be
property
property,
authority. If you turn on, like, you wanted to turn on pay an employee's phone, you have that right.
I think when DJ was there, when he had mentioned something about the cell phone with that that first responders internet upgrade, he wanted.
Oh, about going on with the emergency management
Yeah, I don't
system.
know, I have wrote down here to question him about that, but he wanted to get that question to him, so we'll see what he says about that. So.
You need to look at their contract, what services they're providing you.
Yeah.
For now there's cell service out there, that's probably the best way.
Yeah.
I know before there was no cell service out at the reservoir, a couple other areas around town, but it seems to be getting a little better.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on to old business there anymore, or office report. Okay. So anybody else want to move on? Old business. We have down here motion for CW Automation to complete upgrade of the outdated supervisory PLC for $17,799.28.
I'll make that motion.
Gallagher makes the motion for the CW Automation. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mike Fox, second, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Number 2, motion for CW Automation to upgrade the internet service and monitoring communications between the assets of the system. The internet would be upgraded to AT&T FirstNet at an initial cost of $8,000, correct? Pretty sure that's what it ended up to be.
You say that's gonna go to AT&T.
So it looks like AT&T FirstNet.
Okay, we're gonna get that in for everything else and get rid of Windstream then.
That would be getting rid of Windstream. That would be getting rid of Windstream.
You say get rid of it?
Oh my God, get rid of Richard.
It's gonna be on a satellite though, right? No hard wire in, it's gonna be satellite.
I guess. Yeah, it's cellular.
Yeah, it would be
It's
satellite.
cellular.
It'd be
Yeah.
satellite.
Yeah.
They'll put a dish up there, 'cause no,
I'm not-
AT&T don't have any wires up that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the dish, but I know. It's probably, maybe it's like T-Mobile.
They might buy off of another tower and do that. Then you can look into an AT&T cell phone.
Well, I think he said something about a cell phone when he was talking about that the one day, but I don't remember for sure.
You know, if you buy 2 extra, if you're paying that
Yeah,
to add 2 cell phones to whatever,
Right.
I don't think that would be an issue,
right.
or that much more.
You guys need more information?
That ties everything together.
Yeah, I think it was in his report.
He had 2 options though. One was for the FirstNet, and then the second one was the operational type that you could manually. You're not including that.
I think you're thinking of the, SCADA upgrades at the well.
Hmm.
No?
Well, no,
I'm only seeing
it's
one.
gonna go through FirstNet.
Yeah, switch to
The ability to remotely
Well tank
control.
Well tank communications upgrade. Switch to AT&T FirstNet for cellular internet service and phone. Remove TeamViewer and install remote access VPN that meets DHS water system requirements. Cost includes all labor and hardware. Treatment facility $2,500. Storage tank $2,700. Well billing $29.80. This would give IMA remote monitoring of well. Monthly internet phone roughly $67 a month. We're currently paying $700 a month.
Yeah, but we also discussed in that technical committee meeting about both of the meters that we turn on have, if that would be covered, if we could try and get everything covered under one.
You want to table that then, or?
I just think from Skylar's report, you can turn on add up that it's like almost probably $8,200 plus the monthly fee. But it's not gonna be a monthly fee of $67 if you're gonna turn on, continue to add more stuff to it, so.
Cents a times.
So I'd motion for the CEW automation to turn on upgrade the internet services and monitoring communications between the assets of the system. We will have to turn around and figure it out. The estimated cost was almost $8,200 before, with a $67 monthly fee, but that should change.
Is there a second? I'll second it. I think it's gonna save us $8,000 in a year, and I think that's a pretty smart move, so. All in favor? No? Anybody opposed? Tom?
No.
You good? Consideration number 3, motion to purchase a X amount of AccuStream meters at, I don't even know how to go, there's no.
They're
price.
118 and some change.
For meter, need accurate data on how many customers need a digital touch read. That's new, like they need more information on there.
Yeah, we need a lot of customers that need upgraded, so.
Digital touch read?
We have 50 now, right?
We just got 50.
Yeah.
So what'd you say, 300 we need, or 200?
We don't know yet because they have to go through the system and figure out who's on the.
Should we table that?
Yeah, probably should. We'll get it at work.
So you wanna buy more than you need, you wanna
Yeah,
get
and I
what you
think he
need?
wanted some more info on the line of credit and stuff too, didn't you, Jeff?
Yeah, I have it written down.
So we'll table that. Moving on to new business.
We still have social, I have
Okay,
social.
good.
Whenever I turn on sent my items for the agenda, I turn on received a forward of an email from Arvona Water from Brad Baker, Operator Outreach Program Manager. So good afternoon, I received notification from the North Central Regional Office that you may be interested in operator outreach for some assistance in developing an emergency response plan. The outreach program is free to public water systems and is completely voluntary. If this is something that you're interested in, please let me know and I can try and answer any questions that you may have. So whenever you try to go on the website for this outreach program, the program objectives are, the objectives of this program are to assist water system operators and administrators with preventing pollution, protecting and conserving water resources, protecting the public health, and preventing, correcting, and eliminating compliance problems before the need for enforcement by improving the technical, managerial, and financial capabilities of the water system. Also, on-site assistance. Below is a partial list of the assistance services in which the program offers hands-on on-site services: water audit development, asset management planning, emergency response planning, operation and maintenance planning, uninterrupted systems service planning, pre-treatment operation review, process control review, and development of standard operating procedures, laboratory procedures, distribution system operations review, group training, and system-specific training. Have a discussion on that.
I'm all about reaching out for any kind of help we can get, especially if it's free. I don't know what we'd want to start with. I mean, when you guys want to, we'll do them all at once, I'm sure. But
I would like to turn and see them come in for the emergency response plan, because we're supposed to have that emergency response plan in the office in case of an emergency, but we don't follow it. Pumping back to the reservoir was never in your emergency response plan. So I still would like to know who authorized that.
I can say with that outreach program, I know when I talked to Nick from DEP and I had conversations with him, he was very highly favorable, trying to push for that.
I'm all about it, getting them in here for emergency interaction plan. Do we need a motion for it? I'll make that motion. I make a motion that we reach out to the outreach program for emergency response plan. Is there a second?
Second.
Myself, second. All in favor?
Mr. Mayor,
Carried. Yes, sir.
you said you're all about getting free help. How about free
Hey,
qualified?
Chairman, we're getting bills by the hour, don't you think they should put hours on there?
Yeah, I think you should too.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Sorry, Bill, go ahead.
No, I meant that you said about the DP, you're all about free help. Well, those guys are qualified.
Yeah, right.
Or,
No,
they have
yeah.
to pass
Yeah,
so that they're,
right.
DP backs them up when they send them out to little communities. So
Right.
they're getting good people.
I mean, I don't think you get,
They had
better
it back
advice
in my day, and boy, I
Yeah.
used them, and they were good and reliable.
well, like you say, I'm sure you probably couldn't get better advice from them themselves, so.
Well, they're all about business. They're mostly retired operators.
Really?
Yeah.
Got something you want to say?
Yeah, we also have that DEP meeting on the 19th at 10:30. Didn't know if any of the other board members were going to be able to make it this question
You said it was.
at 10:30.
They can't make it for afternoon, huh?
No, they still have to try and drive back to Williamsport.
Is that where they're from, Williamsport?
Mark Archuleta is, yeah. So he needs to try and leave by 12, between 12 and 1.
Are you gonna be able to, or are you working?
Huh? I'll be there.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here.
What day?
The 19th,
Yeah, if I could make it.
Thursday the 19th.
now, if he pours,
Not in the morning.
not in the morning at 10:30, unless we're done pouring at that time.
Oh, that's this week. 19th. No,
Yeah.
I'm pouring.
Did anybody get a
That's
chance to
bad
try and
time.
read, did anybody get a chance to try and read over this?
Ever been?
This DEP report? The one that we're having the meeting on?
I read over it a little bit.
A little bit? I can read it. You want okay?
Yeah.
Dear Arvona Municipal Authority Board members, the Department of Environmental Protection, noted as the department has spent the last several months investigating a series of complaints regarding the Arvada Municipal Authority, in here the authority, water public systems. While some of the issues could not be substantiated or are issues that are outside the purview of the department's regulatory authority, the department would like to specifically point your attention to some of the issues that we would recommend the authority take action on in order to regain or maintain compliance with the Safe Drinking Water Act and its regulations, and the Water and Wastewater Operator Certificate Act and its regulations. Section A, water loss and reporting. Various allegations about improper or potentially falsified reports were made to DEP, particularly in regard to the authority's water loss data. While the department cannot conclude that any of the data is falsified, the department does have some concerns about exactly how the authority is quantifying its water loss. The department requested plant production and billing data from the Q4 of 2024 to attempt to calculate the authority's water loss percentage, but there are times where the amount of water billed exceeds the amount of water that the plant produced within the same time period. Due to the authority's finished water storage capacity, this finding is not entirely surprising or necessarily a regulatory issue. However, it means that a straightforward water loss calculation is not likely possible based on the authority's operational configuration. While a figure of a total water loss is reported in the authority's 2024 Chapter 11 report, it is not clear how the authority came up with that number. The authority also did not quantify its apparent versus real water losses in that same report. The department is unsure whether the information was not available or just not quantified. The situation is further complicated by the apparent issues with customer meter readings, as accurate meter readings do not contribute to the ability to properly quantify water usage/loss. Under the Water Allocation Permit WA-593A, Special Condition 6, the authority is required to have an ongoing problem for regulatory replacing, maintaining, testing, and repairing meters at all customer connections. While copies of the work orders provided to the DEP do show that the authority makes an effort to connect any meter reading inaccuracies, the authority should also be incorporating customer meter maintenance into its regular operating activities. The department recommends that the authority develop a more robust way to track and quantify water usage and water loss, including investigating how customer meter readings may be performed more accurately and ensuring that customer meters are all functional and appropriately maintained. The department has various no-cost technical assistance services offered through its Drinking Water Outreach Assistance Program that the authority may find valuable, including water audits and asset management planning. If you are interested in these resources, please let us know so that the appropriate referrals to outreach can be made. The department also recommends that the authority ensure that it and its staff understand where all reported data comes from, so that if questions arise, the source of the reported data and how any calculations were done can be easily explained. Additionally, reporting methods and procedures should be clearly documented so that others can turn and refer to them if needed. When only one or two people are made of the responsibility for data reporting and one or both of those people leave, it takes more work to try to reconstruct the information if written guidance and procedures are not available. Finally, the department recommends that the authority ensure that all plant meters are appropriately maintained and calibrated at required frequencies to ensure that the plant production data remains accurate. Section B, public notification. Various allegations were made to the department about improper public notification issuances. While the department could not substantiate any specific regulatory issues in the incidents mentioned, the department reviewed its public notification delivery and timing requirements with the authority staff during an on-site inspection on September 25th and October 17th, 2025. The department recommended the authority ensure that any staff who are involved in public notification issuance are clear on how public notification is required to be delivered to customers, including having all procedures clearly outlined in the authority's emergency response plan in accordance with Title 25 PA Code State Statute 109.707A 3 II and 109.707A6 II. The department also recommends that the authority continue to encourage customers to keep their contract information up to date so that the phone auto dialing system can be properly maintained. If the authority knows that they do not have up-to-date phone numbers for specific customer connections, then the authority should try and have an alternate direct delivery method planned to ensure that those connections also receive public notification as required. C, broken equipment, maintenance failures, and infrastructure neglect. Various allegations were made that the authority is generally failing to properly operate and maintain its water system infrastructure and to ensure the necessary maintenance is being conducted at appropriate frequency, with appropriate oversight and with appropriate methods. While the department acknowledges that it does not appear that any current infrastructure needs pose any immediate threat to town public health, the department still encourages the authority to try and be proactive, have a proactive plan for and addressing aging infrastructure. This includes water main replacements that may be necessary to try and control unaccounted water loss or non-revenue water loss, as well as customer meter maintenance and upkeep as referenced in A above the department. The department recommends that the authority formulate and regularly review a capital improvement plan to address any pressing infrastructure needs and upgrades and any future needs and upgrades. Long-term capital improvements are separate from short-term equipment and supply needs, so the department also recommends that the authority maintain an adequate stock of its necessary equipment, spare parts, chemicals, and other supplies in accordance with the permit, special conditions, and with the authority's operational and maintenance plan required under Title 25 PA Code State Statute 109.702. The department also recommends that the authority maintain adequate records with sufficient information documenting the maintenance activities should questions arise about when issues are occurring, how issues were addressed, and by whom. Section D, appropriate supervision and uncertified staff. Various allegations were made to the department that uncertified authority staff were making process control decisions and otherwise conducting work without appropriate supervision by the properly certified drinking water operator. Your public water system is currently being run by a circuit rider or a certified operator who operates more than one water or wastewater system. Your public water system is also employs uncertified personnel that work under this circuit rider's supervision, making the circuit rider your operator in responsible charge. The department recommends that you and your operator in responsible charge ensure that clear, thorough, standard operating procedures are developed by your operator in responsible charge and made available to uncertified personnel for their use in accordance with Title 25 PA Code State Statute 302.1204, also .1206E and .1207F. The department also recommends that you and your operator in responsible charge give clear instructions to uncertified personnel in regards to how and when they need to contact the certified operator and when questions and problems arise while the certified operator is not on site. While the department's regulations do not specifically require you that you enter into a formal written contract with your circuit rider, the department wishes to try and clarify that if you do not, there is special information that a circuit rider must outline in their general work plan in accordance with Title 25 PA Code State Statute 302.1207E. The general work plan and system-specific management plan are both required documents that the circuit rider must maintain and provide as required or requested under Title 25 PA Code State Statute 302.1207. The department previously notified the authority and its circuit rider about these requirements in a writing on November 21st, 2025. Section E, outstanding violations. The department has previously cited multiple violations of the authority's public water system that remain unaddressed. A copy of the most recent inspection report containing all new and outstanding violations is enclosed in this letter. The department requests that the authority review this documentation and submit a written response outlining the authority's corrective action plans for each violation, new and outstanding, along with the implementation scheduled by January 29th, 2026. The department appreciates your attention to these matters and plans to try and continue to try and follow up in the future to try and verify that the regulatory requirements are being met. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact your sanitarian, Nicholas Barnt, at 507-916-8404 or at nibarnt@pa.gov. Sincerely, Sasha Minimal.
Question,
Yes.
are they labeling your operator, plant operator, Mr. Morrison, as a circuit rider, not full-time? Has his contract been established?
No.
Thank you. And thank you for reading that.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Anything else? Anybody?
Can I ask Mr. Brink, though, what recommendations were made for this meeting? Well, like, while we were over at the technical meeting, we turned around and seen that those secondary containments, who purchased those secondary containments because they're not legal?
Well, we can get new.
Yeah, but we're turning around spending money. Who authorized the decision to try and spend that money? You don't know.
You want to fire the two guys who quit the bottom, or what? I mean, they're already gone. What do you want to do?
But they weren't authorized to try and spend
What do you want to do?
authority money.
You want to fire them or what? They already quit. I don't know what your point is.
Should have had the reins on them a year and a half ago.
Should have, would have, could have. Anything else?
That's not a good answer.
That's what you're gonna get, so it don't matter.
You know the liability this board is exposed to?
I've heard it every meeting, Bill. I know. I'm well aware.
But, you know, you don't care. You want
No, I do
litigation
care.
to drain this place of money.
Oh.
Draining out of water,
Yeah, okay.
leaking out more than you're
Whatever you
selling.
say, Bill.
One more
One
question.
more adjournment. One more motion.
One more question.
I got new business.
That's a big deal.
Mr. Chairman,
Well, we haven't left old business yet.
Going on to new business.
in regard to that letter, it says it's going to be, you're required to answer their questions.
We're required to
who's gonna answer?
I'm trying to ask these questions and I don't get no answers either.
Answer what questions?
You
Well,
got to 20
they
lines to
served
come up
you-
with a plan.
That was last month.
That was
They
last
served
month.
you
Then you were trying to-
interrogatories that you're going to have to answer. Is your solicitor going to answer these questions?
She don't get nothing.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Wow.
No, this is new business.
Okay.
Members of the Arvona Municipal Authority Board, I respectfully submit this letter to be turned read into the record and entered as a formal motion against the current operator, Mr. Donald K. Morrison, for a vote of no confidence. This action is not personal in nature. It is based strictly on documented operational failures, regulatory noncompliance, and the board's continued tolerance of actions that take place in the Arvona Municipal Authority financially, legally, and environmentally at risk. First and foremost, Mr. Morrison has operated the authority's system for approximately 7 months without a legitimate, fully executed contract that is approved by the solicitor. Continuing operations without a valid contract exposes the authority to liability and undergoes governance standards required by the Pennsylvania Municipal Authorities Law. More concerning are the operational decisions surrounding Well 2 and Hockenberry Reservoir. Evidence indicates that the water was pumped from Well 2 back to Hockenberry Reservoir without formal board authorization and without documented government approval. This action appears to have been taken despite prior findings that the Well 2 pump head was inoperable. Proper DEP protocol was not followed when attempting to address these pump issues, including failure to try and secure the appropriate permit before replacement due to discrepancies between the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection had on file and what was physically existed on site. Multiple compliance failures occurred while attempting to correct previous non-compliance. Instead of resolving deficiencies, the actions taken compounded regulatory exposure. Based on water withdrawal data and allocation limits, simple mathematics comparison of daily water reports versus IMA's permitted allocation strongly suggests that the authority exceeded its water allocation permit on multiple occasions in order to support an unauthorized reservoir refill. If accurate, this represents a direct violation of DEP and potentially EPA regulations. The consequences of this decision could be catastrophic. The 4.3-mile asbestos cement transmission main is already vulnerable due to aging condition. Increased hydraulic stress associated with the refill plan may have contributed even to further deterioration. Replacement of this line with HDPE line is estimated at a cost now of $2.5 million. The authority cannot afford an operational decisions that jeopardize infrastructure at this scale. Additionally, I would formally request that the following documents be produced and made available to the full board. All correspondence, including emails, written, electronic, or verbal summaries relating to well 2 within the past 24 months. All daily water withdrawal reports for both Hockenberry Reservoir and well 2 for the same period. All DEP communications regarding allocation limits, permit modifications, and pump replacement approvals. Documentation authorizing the pumping of water from well 2 back to the Hockenberry Reservoir, and all invoices, approvals, and procurement documentation related to the secondary containment purchases. I already asked the question. The board has been made aware of these operational irregularities and has chosen to try and overlook them. Continued inaction risks crossing from oversight into willful neglect. For the protection of the authority, its ratepayers, and the integrity of this board, I must also make clear that if these issues continue to be ignored, I am prepared to try and submit my documentation and supporting records directly to DEP as a part of a formal rebuttal from the December 16, 2025 findings letter. The record must accurately reflect that the operational decisions that led to the violations and any allocation exceedances. Additionally, as suggested with DEP correspondence, I intend to pursue filing a complaint through the Pennsylvania Certification Board Ethical Complaint Form should the conduct of the certified operator warrant formal professional review. These steps are not taken lightly, but they may become necessary to ensure regulatory transparency and accountability. I respectfully request a second to this motion and a recorded vote.
So who wrote that? You?
Yeah.
So who taught you everything you know? Donald? Yeah.
I'm serious. I can turn around and show you a bunch of shit. Mike, you're not going to turn around and get to me because the things
I'm not trying to get to you, but you're not getting to me.
Oh, no. The things that I learned was the things that Donald turned around and tried to show you but weren't right. You got 2.5 years of text messages from everybody that worked there. So you don't think that it's legal or whatever it may be, but
Well,
come to the DEP meeting.
I guess we'll have to send it to our attorney then.
That needs a board vote.
What's
I
that?
know, that's
That
a...
needs a majority
Can you
board
just throw a
vote.
motion for a second so we can turn around and
You
vote?
just
If
can't
they want to
put
turn around and
it
vote it
on
down,
the
that's fine, but I'd at least like a vote. Would you turn around and make the motion to turn around and have a vote?
What are we voting for?
Making a motion to turn around and vote for a vote of no
Letter that he
confidence.
just read,
I
Tom.
make a
For
motion
your
to
operator.
sell this to a private company, because no matter
How
what
can
we
you vote on
put
something
in there,
that
they're not
doesn't
gonna
know what you're voting
satisfy.
on?
They're gonna find fault with everything. Everything and everybody. We can't just keep.
This isn't even years ago. This is just in the last 7 months since he come back.
I personally think he's been doing a pretty good
So
job.
do I.
I'm not gonna vote for it.
I know, that's fine. As long as we turn around and get a vote, that's all I'm looking
I'm
for.
not voting for that. So I
You're all right with 40
Do I
and
hear-
50, 40 and 50%? We still don't have no contract.
I don't.
I
We were
feel
supposed to
though,
turn
no matter
discuss
who you
that,
put in there,
but
you're
we
not gonna be
have nothing.
satisfied with it. No matter who
I
said
want
it,
a
you are not
contract
gonna
that
be
turn around
happy.
and makes him accountable.
I want you.
That's all I want.
I want
Why?
you to sit with him and make a contract then, because you have the issue with his contract. So why don't you and him, the adults, sit down together, iron it out.
Why don't you turn and set that up?
I mentioned that in the last email I sent.
late.
Terry, Just relax and stay out of this for a minute, okay? I sent an email out,
These meetings
and
are
I
for the public.
said that we should sit down and have a talk with him. And you guys can discuss with him what you want in his contract. You didn't respond.
Maybe I missed it. Just like all those inspections from whenever I was over there, whenever we had employee issues and they turned around and popped up and I turned around and did those inspections and turned around and took all those pictures and the place was a complete shithole.
Jeff, what do you want?
They're gonna
What do
look
you
pretty
want?
good.
I want transparency, Tracy, and I want it to turn around and be done
Yeah,
right.
but no matter who we put in there, you're not gonna be satisfied with them.
How do you know that?
Because you ain't satisfied with anything. If you would put...
You like put words in my mouth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Everything,
The documentation
you put
speaks
so
for
much
itself.
energy in negativity. If you would take that energy and put it in positivity, not only would this board, or this
In the past-
water company
in
would
the
thrive,
past-
but the
in
whole
the past-
community would thrive.
Tracy, in the past 3 years.
You're just so negative. I've
In the
never
past
seen
3
anybody
years,
so
this
negative.
board has turned around known about water loss and employees and problems and all this, and we haven't done nothing. We're 3 years into it.
You mean they haven't looked for any leaks?
No, apparently not.
Yeah.
Well, not whenever you're at 40 or 50%, Mike.
They're looking for leaks. They know they have some right now. Now, they weren't looking for one at 10 below zero.
You can't even keep anybody here
Wonder why.
because of this negativity.
It's not negativity.
That's
40
negativity.
people have
I'm telling you, no matter what they do, you're not gonna be satisfied.
Mr. Servello.
Thanks for speaking for me,
How come
Tracy.
from
Thank you.
2005 to, as we speak right now, this authority paid to have trained 15 certified operators?
But it's my
I
fault,
wasn't
Tracy.
sitting here for the
15
last-
operators
over
that
the
came
last
through
2
this
years.
fall.
You can't keep nobody here.
I'll say that's not-
Because of the
That's not his
negativity.
fault or my fault.
There was 8 before I came.
There's a lot of turnover, I think, probably for a lot of different reasons. So.
But a lot of them happened before the last 2 years, so don't just say it just happened now.
No.
So I didn't say, you can't keep nobody here. I mean,
All you gotta do is do your job, learn it.
well, then maybe we ought to just sell it to a private company and let
I
them
was
do
a
it.
Class A
You
certified.
can do that,
water
Tracy, but you have to try and look back
Because of Donna and Steve Fletcher.
No,
Well, you don't lie.
Hey,
Bill.
hey, stop.
Sorry.
He has the floor.
I think it was very apparent that the DEP knows, and he just parroted back what they have said.
I'm not ignorant like that. I'm listening to what he has to say.
That DEP made some serious allegations there.
I know, but what happened though, that's fine for you to turn on, assume that you want to turn on and sell it. Because like you've been here for all but 2 months and you want to turn on.
Well, yeah, but holy man, it's nothing but
Then what
turmoil. See, you come, it's nothing but
what do you bring to the
turmoil.
table? What do you bring to the table besides lies?
Besides what?
Lies.
Me? I've been here 2 months, like you said. What lie did I tell?
Well, you turn around and tried to crown and get me for ethics or whatever that made, but then you...
I did.
Yeah, but then on...
No, you're...
Yeah, on Market
I know.
Street, that Market Street, we have 4 or 5 different customers on there that turn around and seen what was going on, and you turn around and come in and turn around and praise us.
No.
We've got video, you turn around and got
I
audio.
have your letter you wrote from my RTK, Tracy.
Listen, we're not gonna keep going back and forth there. Let's be adults and.
That's what
So
we're
is
trying to do.
The only reason we
Trying to
keep
be
going back is
legally
because you
binding
don't
adults.
change and you keep repeating the past poor performance.
Okay, Bill, we're gonna move on. So,
Yeah, let's wait till people get sick and die and then we'll fix stuff.
I appreciated everything that was said from DEP and Mr. Gallagher. Thank you.
Vic, that, pager bill was for the whole year. Casey did say that it's for the whole year, and the pager, you guys own.
we own
Ryan
it,
set that up.
we own it, you say we own it.
Mm-hmm. She said it's only like $40-50 a month.
Well, that bill was a lot more than $40 a month, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, Casey said it's,
They billed $1,300 in January and $1,300 in
it's hard to
February.
be wrong. She said that it's all right.
Okay, I'll call them then.
But it shouldn't be over $600 a year, at the very most. How they billed $2,600 there for 2 months.
I'm gonna look when I get in the office tomorrow. and see.
Anything
You
else?
hear what he said?
I only heard about half of it.
I know, I need that. He wants you to
Mr. Chairman,
Motion, what?
tell him.
I think his request was that it be in the minutes, even if it's,
Well, no, yeah, it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, she's recording,
Thank you.
It's in there.
I made that motion for a vote of no confidence. Is there a second? Just a vote. You can still start and shut it down.
He was sleeping.
He wasn't sleeping.
Yes, he was, I heard him.
I really wasn't paying attention to
Oh,
everything.
you heard him.
I can hear him, they're
No
snoring.
confidence
I
for
don't
what?
think so, honey.
For the last 7 months and with the DEP report. He's been operating with no contract for the past 7 months, and you turn around and have a bunch of discrepancies. And everything's okay.
5, 6 years.
Okay.
Do you second the vote of no confidence?
I'll second him.
There you have it.
You have to take that vote?
All in favor? Any opposed? Not opposed.
I'm in favor. 2 to 3.
2 to 3.
Thank you for the vote.
As usual, as usual.
He begged him for a vote. He didn't even know what was going on.
One more motion.
Wait, I have a question. Was Infomark contacted? You were supposed to
Yeah, I
do that.
did, but he never did get back to me. He did once, and I'll show you the emails.
Okay, the last meeting, there was a contract here for the attorney to look over it. She got it?
Yeah, she got that. You mean Donald's contract?
No, the one that was the blank one.
What blank one?
I didn't see no blank one.
One that laid out his duties and stuff.
Oh, you mean the sample of the things,
Yeah.
the stipulations I would like?
Yeah, I give it to him, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I emailed her to her
Did
while
that
we
make-
were around sitting here, but there's been no discussion at all.
So then who's running it? Like, no,
Donald,
I'm asking, no,
Donald
I'm
by
asking a
default,
question.
you don't even need a
Donald.
contract.
Well, nobody, because he has no contract, so
Like,
until
I'm
he
asking
gets
you
a
a question.
contract.
Tracy Servello makes a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Tom Dixon seconds. All in favor? Aye. We're done.
Mr. Collier, can I get a copy of both of those documents? Thanks, Bill.
See you, Tim.
Good night.
The meeting on the, is it 19th?
10:30.
And
You can't do that.
No.
It's on the video.
They do.
Bill's from down
You were
there.
sleeping.
I don't wanna sleep, I'm going over the other thing.
I'm having to tell me the first, and I'll do that.
That's part of that big one.
Yeah.
You read it, and then included
Yeah.
the billing minutes.
We definitely was.
And then
I really don't think so, honey.
out prior.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do that, you would have the official document.
Get out of my face.
Well, my husband.
I have a
did that
video
right
that
now.
shows him over there breathing very heavy like he was sleeping.
Bill's
He has COPD.
Okay, well, he wasn't paying attention then.
Secondly.
He admitted it.
I looked for him.
Yeah, 20 people. You don't even live here in town.
There's nothing on the.
I pay more taxes than you ever do.
I've looked.
How much on my taxes did you pay?
23.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I
Audits
did.
related to November and December for 23. And then I only had 3 months for 24.
Oh.
Going through like all the stuff that Casey has, I can't find anything that's
Statement to this group.
I wanna see.
So that's why
policies
I
that
asked,
Go
because
through
I
your
asked
things.
Tom this,
I was
one
not
that he
sleeping.
has them
He
buttoned
wasn't sleeping.
stuff everywhere. He said you would be the one to have that documentation.
All
I
you,
don't have it now.
Call me.
all you did was affirm, all you did was affirm what he said.
Uh-huh.
I know you live here, but I said a whole lot of
But
times.
Mike
This
gives
is
you, I don't
your
have that
water
authority.
bill for right now. I literally just got back a work order for whenever they shut off.